Hello, this is your relationship coach Maggie. Today's video is about something very personal to me. When was the last time someone told you their partner called them names that were hurtful, or used physical force to control them, or perhaps threatened them, yet you listened but did not do anything to help that person? Unfortunately, we don't always have a second chance to make things right. Therefore, if you know someone who is in an abusive relationship, it is your responsibility to not only help, but to report it as well. I believe the idea that domestic violence is a personal problem is just wrong, because domestic violence does not discriminate. It does not matter if you are a woman, a man, a child, or an elderly. People in every stage in their lives suffer abuse, often from those who are supposed to love and help them. I hear individuals expressing regrets because they did not report an incident, stated they believe it was a family affair. Well, recently it was reported there's been an increase in domestic violence within the United States. While we are focusing on staying healthy, dressing up appropriately to protect ourselves, the children and the adults who are under the authority of their abusers are unable to protect themselves, since they no longer have access to the resources. Children used to find solace from their schools, and adults used to go to work. Unfortunately, they are now more reachable and at the mercy of their abusers. My question is, what can we do to help the victim of domestic violence? Are we going to be silent and pretend what they are going through has nothing to do with us? Are we going to acknowledge it, then walk away as though recognition is enough? What if you were living with an abuser? What if your children or someone you love was being abused? Would you stay quiet? Or would you go out of your ways to help them? We can no longer excuse ourselves because we are not related to the victims. We have to approach domestic violence for what it is: violence against another human being. And when it happens to one, it happens to all of us. Let's stop pretending like we do not see the tears or hear the cries of the victims. We all know many sufferers keep to themselves because they are too afraid or embarrassed to admit they have been abused. They often wipe their tears and put on a best smile before interacting with other people. But having a community that cares would help the victims to feel they are not alone. As a survivor of domestic violence, I want to remind you, if you or anyone you know is being abused physically or emotionally, you can call the National Domestic Hotline at 1-800-799-7233. They are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can also reach out to me by visiting my website at www.owningmydestiny.com. Remember, we have one shot at this thing called life. Let's get together and help the victims of domestic violence. #StopDV. Thank you.